It's your boy All, Boogie Boy Voy, Daryl the Don, and we are Basement Talk.
Basement Talk.
We sitting down with Son of 215.
Man.
Yo, the boy is dope, man. Y'all gotta check him out, man. He got a new project that just dropped.
Get into it.
He's also an actor.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And he's also affiliated with Freedom Thinkers Academy. I'm fumbling.
No, you know, baby, you good.
It's all love.
No,
so he's definitely affiliated with some dope artists in the city, you know what I'm saying? Legends. Philly legends, man. I see you moving. What's the motion like, man? What's going on?
Man. Everything is love, man. You know, happy to be sitting down with you guys, man. You know, with the basement, man. But we ain't in the basement. There's some top floor standards in there. You feel me?
Sir.
Everything is love, man.
We really appreciate that, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate y'all for having me, man. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's Philly. You know how that go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We got to make it do what it do. This is the time. We just won the chip. Super lit. I got the Eagles green.
I like the sturdy.
Shout out Sturdy
Yes,
Faith.
sir.
My brother Smoke, man. He laced me with this. Had to represent. You know, I said, let me rock this on a good platform. So shout out Smoke. Utopia Beauty Salon, man. Shout them out. Elkins Park. Go check them out. That's my OG, man.
Okay. That's what's up.
Amazing guys, man.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about young Son of 215.
Wow. Young Son of 215 is running around Uptown, Somerville, Mount Airy, West Oak Lane, top side, bottom side, back side, all in between.
Been all over.
Yeah. Running around the town. Kicking it with the homies, working on my craft. The craft was always there. The music was always there. You know, funny story, my grandmother, she passed away in 9/8, right? When she passed away, in her will, she left me all her musical instruments. You know what I mean? All her musical instruments. And she had piano, saxophone, flute, all type of stuff. And ain't even know I was messing around with music. She ain't had no clue of that. But she leave me all her musical instruments in her will. Like she was telling me something. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So music was always around, you know what I mean? But, you know, just doing me, man, came up. My buzz kind of started around like, I would say when I was in high school, King High School, Martin Luther King. And, you know, that's like, I would say like pre-DVD era. DVD era is just about to start sparking off, you know? I'm high school like 2000 to 2003, around in that round.
Okay.
And you know that y'all know how that time was in Philly.
Absolutely.
Everything was word of mouth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was no social media.
Yeah.
So everybody was getting money.
Everybody was, come on. So
feet on land.
Feet on land. You had to really prove it. You had to be outside. You had to really prove it. So early on, I started, you know, my name was D Bills, but I felt like, you know, that was a name I got through the neighborhood, dollar bills, D Bills, and I was running with that. But some other D Bills start popping up in other cities and stuff, and I'm like, nah, I can't have that. I gotta be, I got to set apart from the pack. So I had a mixtape called Son of the 215. It was doing all right on that piff, whatever. And my man one day called me. He was just like, Son of the 215. He just called me that out the blue because of the mixtape. I was like, you know what?
That's fire. Shit.
I'm like, you know what? Dang, there it go.
Mm-hmm.
I just ran with it. And, you know, ever since then, it been feet on the gas, no brakes. You feel me?
Yeah,
no brakes. But, you know, being young, running around, not just uptown Philly, you had your bumps and your bruises. You learn your lessons. Right. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things I went through that could have took me off the path of the whole music thing. But then it was things that I learned from. A lot of people that gave me gems, man. Like my cousin, my big cousin, I lost him to gun violence. Yeah. You know what I mean? Philly, you know how that go. Yeah. We all in experience. I don't think I got one homie that ain't experienced that in this city. Yeah. We all done felt it. You know what I mean? And I'm advocating for that at this point in my life, you know, trying to, you know, stand up against the gun violence in the city. So, you know, but he was my biggest fan. And the last night I seen him, the last thing he told me before he left was like, yo, bro, you don't even know, because he was going through it. He was in the mix, going to war with somebody. So he like, man, you don't even know if you're going to see me again. He was like, all I want you to do, listen to your mom. You know what I mean? He knew my best friend. He was like, kick it with your brother. My man Buck shot him out. He was like, and do your music. You know what I mean? So I felt like I owed him that when I lost him. Like, all right, man, I got to stay on it.
Yeah.
I got to stay on it. And I just stayed on it, man. Just stayed on it.
Yeah, before we move, let me jump into something, man. Just like when I first listened to the project, and I know these are, people don't never like comparisons, right? You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you some big shoes, you know what I'm saying, that I heard, you know what I'm saying, just in the cadence.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard that you sound like Black Thought a little bit?
I've been hearing that a lot.
All right.
Recent,
I was like, so now you know I tapped in. I'm like, damn, you sound like Thought. Like,
listen, somebody said
heavy
that
shoes.
on the top, on my TikTok, I put up for freestyle. Boy was like, dang, he said Black Thought Jr. And I said, bro, that ain't bad at all. I said, I'll take that. That's like, that's a double bubble. That's a double double for me, Philly.
Yeah,
and one of the greatest lyricists ever. Come on, man. I'll take that. Heavily influenced by Thought. Heavy. One of my favorite since the beginning of time, man. Like, I'm biased, bro. Like, I love hip hop, all genres of hip hop, all areas of hip hop, Dirty South, Midwest. West Coast, all of that, but Philly hip hop is my favorite hip hop. I want to be the son if it wasn't. You feel me? That's my favorite hip hop.
Since we there, how do you feel about the current state of hip hop?
Beautiful question, man. I feel like we thriving, bro. And me and my guy was just chopping it up on the side about this. Like, I feel like we need more, like, mega stars in that Meek realm or that Uzi realm. But one thing about the industry, bro, I know that they know we played a heavy role in all of this hip hop thing.
Oh, man.
For sure.
Do your research, mirror it back, go back in time, do your research. I'm talking about when Lady B brought it down from NY. Because it was born in NY, and the only person that really challenged that or run with NY at that time was us, man. Yeah. Shout out Schoolie, man. Come on, man. Y'all heard the biggest gangster rappers say that Schoolie invented that.
Absolutely.
I heard Big Daddy and L and all them dudes was coming here. They was coming to the city.
Coming down.
They was coming to the city.
They was coming down trying to bag artists.
They was coming here.
A couple of artists, and it went the other way. A couple of New York artists, Biz Markie and all of, they had deals here with pop art. And the youngsters in them pop. You back in the day, we had Rough. We had Rap Squad was drawn. We had Rough House. We had Rough House. Rough House was popping. The house was popping. You feel me? You know what I mean? Rough was popping back in the day. You know what I mean? So many, man. Listen, man. So much that we've added to the culture, man. Even early on when Big was coming down here, and Charlie Baltimore and Tracy Lee and all that, man. Oh, we could take it back. We could take it back to the 70s.
You know what's
how we went at it with Motown, how we was giving Barry a run for his money. Barry Gordy a run for his money with that sound of Philadelphia. How y'all want to play it? Y'all know how we carry it.
What was their name? The old
Gamble
and Huff. Gamble and Huff. Yeah, they was giving them a run for their money, man. Come on. Yeah.
Mike and all
right or wrong?
Right, you right, brother. Mike, you right.
Michael Jackson was down there, Barry Gordon studio and all that.
When
it was all down
when the Jacksons stopped being the Jackson 5 and they became the Jacksons. And they had them hits like Enjoy Yourself and all that. Don't blink and all that. They came down to Philly. I seen a clip on YouTube. And the boy was interviewing Mike. And he was like, what made you want to come to Philadelphia to do this album? And Mike said, man, we had to. He said, we had to come work with the best writers and producers. And right now, that's Gamble and Huff. You know what I mean? He said he had to do that album. He had to come to Philly.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
That's what Mike said.
Yeah. He did. Gamble and Huff.
Mike. Don't blame it on the sunlight. All that. Don't blame it on the sun. Blame it on the boogie. Gambling on writing all that. Bangers. You feel me? So come on, man. It's evident, man, that we deserve our shine. That's how I feel, man. I'm passionate about us, bro. And us getting our just due. Because I feel like when it comes to Philly, people be like, yo, man, Philly is, Philly hot, man. They got the hottest rappers, this and that. I'm trying to tell people like, yeah, we do. But we is our own genre.
We don't just have the hottest rappers, though. We have rappers that can write songs, because they got this thing where Philly rappers don't know how to write songs. And that's not true.
Cut it out.
I got a billion songs.
Cut it out. What y'all want to talk about? The DJs, our DJs, best DJs, some of the best DJs you ever heard. We can take it to the instruments, the orchestras, and all that. The producers, the production.
The dancers.
Come on, man. Y'all know we got the way.
Singers.
And then what we do, what we just did in the bowl. That's how we really carry it in life.
Like, and that's a fact.
Go ahead and count us out.
That's a fact.
Go ahead and count us out. Count us out.
But we like being there.
We love it.
You know, because when we show up, we show out.
Yeah, you count us out. You get packed home real quick.
And the only people that surprised is y'all because we not.
Yeah, absolutely. We knew it was going to happen.
All that came from a strong foundation.
Come on.
The grit. Exactly.
We a blue collar city.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? We from the mud. We them people that wake up, hey, they go catch the bus 2 hours away to go to work. Exactly. Gotta go pick the kid up after that, and then make it home and cook dinner and help them with the homework and get back up and do it again the next day. This is a blue collar town, man. We from the mud. We pull the boots up, lace the boots up, and go out there and get it.
You gotta say it, baby.
Ain't
nothing. The basement, baby.
Come on, man.
From the basement,
it's the basement, for real. We from the basement. At the end of the day, so you know that's how I feel about the city, man, and what our music represents. I just feel like when we get more of them artists that really break through and nationally and globally, man, they gonna really have to say, yeah, like even right now they saying it. Like Philly is one of the top cities. Period.
Yeah, man.
Yo, let me ask this real fast.
Facts.
What keeps you motivated to do what you're doing?
Man, the people, the city, and you know, just loving my craft, loving what I do, loving the music, you know what I mean? Loving it. Just moments like this, you dig?
I heard you said your grandma, she passed away, she left you everything, and you said you owe it all to her.
I owe it to her.
Or everything to her and everything. Is she also a part of your motivation?
Doubt. I got a song on the album called Grandma's Porch. If you listen to that song, I break the whole scenario down. I talk about my cousin that passed away. It was 2 of them. They was brothers. So, you know, they was my first cousins. You know how you grow up with your first cousins. You know what I mean? Y'all grow up like siblings.
For sure.
So, you know, they ended up having to stay with my grandmother because, you know, through things with their parents, my uncle, he got killed. You know what I mean? Rest his soul, he died. So they ended up having to stay with my grandmother and like Grandma's Porch, I looked at it like the world was so big. She was in North Philly, middle of North, 32nd and Norris. You know what I mean? Strawberry Mansion.
Yeah.
So I'm an uptown kid coming down North, spending weekends with Grandma and my 2 cousins. And the world is massive at that age as a pup. Yeah. You know what I mean? And these people, you know, I can remember spitting my first rap for my cousin that got murdered. Like, he looking at me like, yo, this is my little cousin. I'm like, bro, how you learn how to do this? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I got him in my skin. You feel me? Like, for him to tell me, like, yo, bro, you know what I mean? Keep at that. Like, that's what you supposed to be doing. And like I said, growing up in Philly, man, come on, man. Y'all know navigating the city, any city. I ain't just gonna say just Philly because it's crazy. It's real everywhere. Yeah. It's traps. It's things that could take you off the course. And there's numerous times like I could have took off the course. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Whether it was wanting to hustle and boom, get booked. Or you want to run with your guys. Next thing you know, you win something that you ain't probably even had no business being into. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Becoming a parent at an early age. So many things that can stir you off the path. You got to navigate it. You got to navigate the maze. You feel me?
So for the young kids, too many siblings. So I want what I want, and I don't, I feel as though I can't keep asking you for it because it's taking too long. So you know how that go.
The artists always remember, man, that makes for beautiful mix, beautiful muse.
It's funny. Let your pain make room for you.
Through it all, I would just
make room for
write it down.
You know, I think you touched on. You answered my next question, which was, what was the song that was most personal to you?
Grandma's Porch.
And it's like you just answered Grandma's Porch.
And I felt like I needed to clean out. You know, like my guy said, I needed to get that out the basement. Feel me? I've been holding on to that for a long time. Like I said, it was 2 of them. One was murdered. One died of overdose, his little brother. So this is 2 brothers that passed away and they pop. So now you got a grandmother who lost 3 grandkids. Then you got factor in my mom, who this is her nephews. Yeah. That was her brother's kids that got murdered. So she lose her brother and her 2 favorite nephews all to the streets of Philadelphia. Yeah. And I really can say that because one, drugs and the other street violence, and the city this city I love so much.
Yeah,
It
took
so much from
you. To you,
you feel me?
No?
And then there's other parts of the story. My pop, man, he came up in the Great Migration. My pop from Augusta, Georgia. So he grew up with James Brown and all them guys.
Yeah.
So he come up Philly, 18 years old, trying to escape what's going on down there. And he could have landed anywhere else. He could have picked Chicago, Ohio, LA.
Detroit.
That's to the point I'm at in my life right now, like learning about my pop when he was young, answering my mom a bunch of questions, and family members like, Dad, what made him? I know he came up here to be with his mom, but like I'm like, Dad, 18, that's young to
For sure.
to come all the way up here, leave everything you know. And as I'm finding out bits and pieces of his story, like, you know, it was so crazy down there when he was growing up. He had to get out of there. You feel me?
Yeah.
There's no other choice.
Come up here, meet my mom, and have a son. So what do that make me? Son of the 215. It's deep.
Man, bring it back.
That shit.
It's deep.
You
feel me?
So listen,
Deep.
bro. I want to ask you this, right?
Yeah.
What's your most prized possession, and how does it correlate with music?
My most prized possession, man. I'm gonna keep it funky with you. It'll probably be my family, my kids, my wife, and the way it correlates with the music, man. Let me tell you all this, right? My daughter, right? She last Black History. Her teacher made her do these they had to do a project, like pick somebody to do a report on. So my daughter tells her teacher, like, well, I want to do mine on my dad. And she like, well, who's your dad? She's like, he's a rapper, famous rapper in the city. Her teacher like, oh, come on. She thinks she playing. Like, you know, your dad. No, white teacher. Your dad ain't da. My daughter's so smart. 9 years old. Computer in the class. Oh, hold on. Google me.
Yeah.
She see I've been on Fox 29. I won this award. I'm in that movie. I'm with Free. Oh, he is a rap. Well, oh, you know what? Bring him to the class. Let him come talk to the class. Come up there, bring the awards and citations and different things I done got in the city. Yeah. And come and speak to our class, make up a song with them little kids on the spot and all that. Dope. And this is Glenside Elementary out here in Montgomery County. Yeah. So her teacher and I'm looking at me like, oh, all right, he really,
flute and whistle.
And for her to know to do that, and then I'm looking at her like, all right, baby girl, like, you know, I'm somebody. I ain't that yet, but I'm doing all right. In her mind,
she's
like,
speaking life into you.
You a star.
Sure.
To her. To my daughter, it's like you can't tell her that her pop ain't him.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, that's crazy to me. Like, that's crazy to me.
I salute you, man, even for going up there talking to the kids,
Right.
man. Because we need more of us.
We needed that.
In our circle, and I mean, the people that everybody look at us and say, no, these dudes, all they do is sell drugs.
Right.
All they do is go out here and shoot each other and stuff like that. The people that look like us, we need to get out and go to these schools and show these kids, listen, we look like this, but we could do better.
And mind
I mean, we could do better. We ain't all, even though we all from here,
facts.
We ain't all of it.
Facts.
You know?
And she's second grade at that time, so that's when you got to catch them. You feel me?
Come on.
Yeah.
About time you know how it is, about time we 17, 16, 18, man, I know it all. Even though we don't know nothing,
for sure.
You think you know it all.
Sure. Mine made up already.
Mine is made up.
Mine made up.
Then when you get to where we at now with life, it's like, I thought I knew it. But if you can catch them at that age, you know what I'm saying? And mold their mind at that age, you can do some damage and make sure they stay on the right course. So, man, I posted that on my gram. It's on my gram. That joint did numbers because it was super positive. You know what I mean? And I sat there and made a song up on the spot with them, freestyled it. We made a song on the spot. Yeah. All about love. The song was about love. You know what I mean? Yeah. And they participated and gave me hugs and wanted autographs and all type of stuff, man. That was one of the best day ever in my life.
That's super fly.
You know what I mean? And I'll never forget it. And she still got the poster and everything. She did a whole report on me. Had pictures of me, a bio, little different things that I did. This 9-year-old little girl did that. Blew my mind. Wow. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
For sure. So I'm like, wow. You know what I mean? That's my most prized possession is definitely my family, man, because they behind everything I'm doing 100%. Mama Love talked to Free one time on the FaceTime. Me and Free was busting it up.
Shout out to Free.
Yeah, and he jumped on the FaceTime with Mama Love, and Mama Love like, you know how, and he tell her like, man, you got a very talented son. I just want you to know your son is talented. And I'm like, dang, bro, like,
yeah.
Like to me, man, them guys, to the rest of the world, I don't know how they feel, but to me, to us Philadelphians, them guys was the muse. You feel me?
Sure.
Free and all them.
We got to get Free up here too.
Come on, Free.
Yeah.
These guys is
With
good
it.
dudes. He
Yeah,
gonna see
with
it.
it.
He gonna
Yeah,
see
with
it. Everything I do, I make sure he see it, man. FTA all day. You see how we carrying it? That's how it go. But good dudes, man. They was the template for me.
Yeah.
For guys like us, he said a story one time about like how when he was coming up, he told me like Beans and Eve was like, let him know like, all right, they can do it, I can do it type vibe.
Yeah.
Like he seen Beans, he seen Eve, he seen the Roots, and I'm doing it at a high level. And I tell him like, bro, I see him doing it at a high level.
Sure.
It motivate me. And not just that, just to be able to be running with the dude and making music with him and getting his respect as an artist. It's like, all right, yeah, you really, you can run with the big dogs. You feel me?
It's a fact. It's a fact.
Crazy thing, Free used to come through my block back in the day when we was young. Because I think his grandma lived down north. I mean, not north, down the bottom.
Down the bottom.
Right? And he knew some boys
Shout
on the
out
bottom
Ice City.
that moved on to my block.
Yeah.
And I had met Freeway on my block, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
And we used to chop it up a lot. And at the time, he would walk through my block, right? And I think he was dealing with Corrupt at the time.
Yeah.
And I think he used to walk. I could be wrong, you know what I'm saying?
Corrupt,
He used to walk up to Parkside
Wow.
or somewhere to go see Corrupt.
Good dude.
You know what I'm
man.
saying? If I'm
Good
not
dude.
mistaken.
If I give you the listen,
Yeah. He
and
used
I
to
tell
slide
this
the
on
block all the time.
every
Not
platform.
a couple
So
times.
I gotta give it to the basement, man. This a basement story right here, for real, for real. This probably the best time I'm ever gonna tell this story was with the basement. Listen, right? This how I meet Big Brody. I'm out Atlanta, right? Doing the show. Shout out Level 22, Hennessy Kev, my guy over there, man. He booked me to perform at A3C in Atlanta. So I'm one of the opening acts. Free is a headliner. Now, mind you, I done opened up for Free before back in the day, but we never talked, we never conversed, and I never got a chance to really bust it up with him. So I go in there and we in the middle of Atlanta. I do my set, I smoke it, boom. All right, now I can fall back and watch Big Bro perform. Now I'm in fan mode. I'm shots, getting in my bag, watching him do his set. He the closer. He get through all his records. He do the bangers, Flip Side, Free, all them Jones. You know what I mean? Rock the mic, his verse on it, all that. I still ain't hear What We Do Is Wrong yet. So I'm like, dang, I need to hear What We Do.
Yeah.
Before I get out of here, I need to hear that.
Yeah.
I'm snapping now. I need to hear What We Do. He talking to the crowd, and I need to hear What We Do.
Yeah.
He get ready to do his last song. He like, man, I'm gonna do one more song if I got it. He look over and say, hey, yo, Sunday 215, come up here and help me out with this jump.
Yeah.
That's love.
Yeah.
That's love.
Mind you, we in the middle of Atlanta. This one of the biggest rappers out of my city.
For sure. Calling you up.
And I just smoked my set. This, mind you, there's other artists in here and everything. But he say to you, yo, come up here and help me out with this jump.
Do it. You gotta
So
do it.
automatically I'm doing it.
For sure.
But outside of that,
yeah,
look how he just lit me up.
Yo, that's dope. That's dope.
He just lit me up.
Straight out of love.
Now the crowd like, oh, damn, he hot, but he a bull. After that, I chop it up with him. Damn, Big Bro, man, look, young, and I like what you're doing. Woo, keep going, take my number, bro. I wait a whole year before I make the call. I finally got a good record that I know, like, this my first record with him, State of Emergency. I'm like, damn, we gotta get on this joint. You know what? Make this call. It's nothing, youngin'. Pull up. Ice the verse. Classic. Banger. Now I see he's starting something called Freedom Thinkers Academy. So he get on the gram, he like, man, who got what it takes? He talking crazy. Who got what it takes to be a freedom thinker?
Break that joint down, cause I like the way. And I did like the way you broke it down. It do, man. The Freedom Thinkers Academy, the way you was breaking it down, like education,
music, health, education, culture, man. That's what it represents.
That's dope, man.
And it's a lot of other parts to it too, man. He got fashion, man. We tapping into the movies now, man. But music, health, education, culture, man. On the music side, he got his artists. He got himself, of course. Yeah. He got his artists that he dealing with, that he working with, bringing out to the world. He got the health. He an advocate for the Kidney Foundation and all that. He a celebrity advocate for that. He got the education, you know what I mean? We got the Freedom Thinkers Academy classes where people can come and learn and take courses for audio engineering, all that different type of stuff, and get a certificate and move on into the workforce. Then the culture. He say we are the culture.
We are.
And we are a podcast who is also looking for some collaborators.
Oh man, let's go. Hey, Free, you heard him, man.
Yeah.
Sure.
But you know, y'all
Same
down with
model,
the son, man.
Same model.
Yeah, man. Good dude, man. Good dude, man. And like I said, man, once I heard him say that, like, you know, who got what it takes, I hit my manager up like, yo, bro, I think we need to see what Free talking about. And you know, him being the manager, him having my best interest at heart, like, man, you sure this what you? I said, listen, forget a check. We can go get a major check from a label, but who knows what's gonna come with that? They might want to break me down, take away my creativity, take this from me, take that from me. Running with this man, it's gonna pay off more in the long run, man. And since then, anything I done spun running around with Big Bro, I'd have made it back tenfold. And I'd have had people contact me. Me and him drop a record. A couple days go past, somebody jump in my DM from UK. Yo, man, I done seen some beats. You know how they talk. Yeah, brother, I done seen some beats. I'm like, well, Dad, how you find me? You know, I always ask people that. I want to know that. Like, that, how you find me? They be like, he was like, man, I heard the song on Spotify. You on the freeway.
Yeah.
This boy all the way from overseas. And I know he telling the truth because Free and them massive over there. Overseas love hip hop. UK and all that, they love hip hop.
Love it.
So it was like, dang, bro, and I tell Big Bro all the time, man. Like, bro, since that night in Atlanta, like, bro, you ain't never gotta do nothing for me ever again. I thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you just for
Free's
that.
a good dude, man. There's a lot of good dudes.
And we got about 4 or 5 records, all of them, man. The prop, all of them is special in their own way, man. You know what I mean? All of them. I come from that era. Figures and State Prop, Ice City, you know, ICH. Shout out Jimmy. A lot of epic groups back then. Ram Squad, Glissed Out. You know what I mean? Diamond District. You know what I mean? Ice City. That was free enough.
Matter of fact,
Base Money, all of them. Yeah.
Get well, Major Figures, Rishi Rolex, bro. You know I love you, man.
Rolex,
you know what I'm saying? Good well. Everybody send some praise up for my guy, man.
No doubt. No doubt. All of them legends in their own right, man. And that's definitely part of my whole, you know, nowadays they say you got to have a gimmick. So I told them, and this is my gimmick. I'm selling the Philadelphia experience. That's my gimmick. That's what I'm selling. If y'all was a label right now, we was sitting in the office and y'all trying to sign me, y'all say, bro, what's your story? What you selling? What's your gimmick? I'm selling the Philadelphia experience.
Yes, sir.
Same way Will did it on NBC with Fresh Prince. What was that about? Boy from Philly moved with his rich uncle, and every episode he was talking about Philly. That's what I'm selling. The Philadelphia experience. You feel me? Taking it and moving it around the globe and making people feel and see how things is going on our side of the map.
All right, yo, check this out. I seen you looking at a couple of buildings.
Yeah.
And things of that nature. I mean, if you had any other thing to do other than rap, what would it be?
Definitely.
I'm thinking entrepreneur because of what I seen you doing.
Definitely.
I mean, real estate. That's what I
definitely want to get into having my own spot one day, man. I feel like we need more of that in the city. And my father, shout out my father, man, passed away in 2012. Pops, I love you. He was an entrepreneur. He was in the carpentry. I watched him operate his own business for years.
Yeah.
So it's in my blood. Even doing this, even being a musician, like I'm operating my own brand, my own company, because I'm indie. So when you indie, I'm the brand, I'm the company, I'm the machine.